Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for tuning in. If you're not new here, welcome back, Naomi gang. So in today's episode of The Experience of J Naomi, we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of being a flight attendant. So let's just get right into it, and I'm going to let y'all know what's going on. All right, so we're going to start off with the pros first. The number one pro of being a flight attendant is travel. Free travel at that. Domestic travel is free. If you don't know what domestic travel is, it's anywhere within U.S. territory, including Puerto Rico or Hawaii. You do get to travel to other countries, but you have to pay the taxes once you enter back into the United States. For example, I went to Amsterdam right before COVID hit in 2020, and to fly to Amsterdam, it was totally free. To come back, I paid, I think, $65 or $75 just to come back. If you don't know how much a regular ticket over to Europe, over to Amsterdam is, you probably like, oh, okay. But for those of you who do know, it can be anywhere up to $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 just to get over there round trip for one person. So to be able to fly to another country for free and come back and paying only $65, who wouldn't want that? Number two pro about being a flight attendant is you get to get paid to travel. Now, depending on what airline you work for, if you're a regional airline, if you work for a main carrier, my airline only goes to the United States destinations and Mexico and the surrounding islands. Other than that, we don't go to Europe, we don't go to Asia, we don't go to Africa, and we don't go to Australia. But you can get on to ZFair. It's a site where people that work for the airline can go on and travel for a very discounted price. But back to what I was talking about. When you work for the airline and you're a flight attendant or pilot, you get paid to travel. You get paid to go to Miami. You get paid to go to Houston. You get paid to go to California. You get paid to go to these places, and you're there for anywhere between 10 and 26, 27 hours. So while you're there, you can explore. You can experience things that you've never been. For example, Minneapolis. The Mall of America is in Minneapolis. I went to the Mall of America and I had a blast. The Mall of America is known to have a whole amusement park inside of the mall. I had never been there. What did I do? I got paid to go there. I went on my overnight and I enjoyed it. I didn't have to pay for a hotel. I didn't have to pay for air travel. Why? Because I work for the airline. So now I've experienced that for free. Didn't have to pay for anything. The number three pro about being a flight attendant is having a flexible schedule. At my airline and at a lot of other airlines, you can pretty much make it so that if you want to work 2 weeks straight nonstop, you can, and you can have 2 weeks off. If you want to work 2 weeks at the end of the month and 2 weeks at the beginning of the last month and just have 4 weeks off straight in the middle, you can do that as well. It's very flexible. For my airline, you can drop down. We have a minimum of 0 hours. You don't have to work, and you still get benefits. You still get health insurance, dental, and all of that stuff. So you can sell your trips to as though if you have another gig going on, you have another job going on. We got a lot of people at my job that do other things, so as though they don't have to fly, but they still get the benefits. For example, there's a lady at my job. She's an actress on Days of Our Lives. So she sells all of her trips. She clears her whole board, and she doesn't have to work, but she still gets the benefits. She still gets health, dental, 401k, and guess what else? She has a whole nother job, and it opens up her schedule to be able to do that. It's a very flexible schedule. So being a flight attendant and having other things going on, it's not like working a 9 to 5 where you got to be there Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, or 12-hour shifts, or whatever the case may be. It's very flexible. The fourth pro about being a flight attendant, at my airline, you can pick up for cash. Yesterday, I just did a turn. For y'all who don't know what a turn is, it's like an out and back. You go to San Diego and come back. You go to Rochester and come back to base, and you go home that night, no overnight. Yesterday I went to Rochester, Baltimore to Rochester, Rochester back. I picked it up for $150 cash. That's not including my regular pay that the airline is going to pay me. People sell their whole board for $2,000. For example, if you have a reserve block and your reserve block is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and somebody else's reserve block is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you can have your reserve block and also pick up their reserve block and gain $2,000. That's some people sell it for that. People sell whole 3-day trips for $400 and $500, especially around holiday time. People are desperate. You can pick up for cash at my airline. You're getting extra money to be able to work on top of the money that the airline is going to pay you regular. The fifth and most important pro about being a flight attendant is we are safety professionals. Our most important job when we are up in that air, 38,000 feet, is the safety and comfortability of passengers. So we are here to serve people. We are here to make sure that you stay healthy on there, that nothing happens to you. And if something does happen to you, we are here to help you. We are here to make sure you get to the ground and help you out in the air, take care of you, whatever medical needs that you need in the air until we get on the ground. We are here to save lives or help save lives. We don't just sling Cokes and Diet Cokes and Coke Zeros and lemonade. We are here for your safety. If you are having a heart attack, 39,000 feet in the air, we are trained to be able to help you in the best way that we can until we reach the ground. We are here to serve you, to make you feel good. Customer service. If you like serving people, helping people, making people feel good on a bad day, this is the job for you. All right, now, y'all, I'm going to get into the nitty-gritty of the cons. So, there's always cons to everything. The number one con about being a flight attendant is you're going to miss events. You're going to miss holidays. You're going to miss birthdays. You're going to, especially just starting out. So, if you really don't like missing events, and I mean truly don't like missing events, truly don't like missing holidays like Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, this is not the job for you. Because there is going to come a time when you have no choice and you have to work. And you're going to miss that event, whether it be a birthday, whether it be a baby shower, whether it be Christmas dinner, whether it be Halloween, which is the most called out day in the aviation world. No matter what it is, you're going to miss it. The number two con about being a flight attendant is it's bad on the back. It's bad on the body in general. But my back, it's very tough on the body because of what we do all day, every day, for hours upon hours. My back hurts all the time. All the time. I have lower back pain, and I do what I can to make sure that it doesn't get worse, and I manage the pain, but it hurt. It be hurting. I be hurting, but I'm gonna go make that money too. The third con about being a flight attendant is training is not hard. It's just very fast and a lot of information at one time. Your anxiety is going to be through the roof. I think I talked about this in one of my other vlogs about training. It's a lot. It's a lot of information, but you better thug it out if you want to be a flight attendant. You need to study. You need to know what you're doing. You need to understand that even though you're in training and you technically got the job, you don't have the job until you graduate. It's still an interview. Be on your best behavior. Leave your attitude at home, which was difficult for me at times. But leave your attitude at home and understand that you are here for one thing. Study, get through training. It's vigorous, it's hard, it's long. 6 weeks, but you'll get through it. The fourth con about being a flight attendant is commuting. I live in Bay, so I don't have to commute. But at my old airline, I commuted. I commuted to Philadelphia, which technically still isn't commuting because, I mean, I drove. And if I didn't want to drive, I would drop my Philadelphia trips, pick up Charlotte trips, and fly BWI to Charlotte. But still, that's part of commuting. For those of you who are real commuters where you have to go in the day before, fly in, that's an extra day that's taken, one of your off days that's taken. Commuting is hard. Your best bet is to either move into base or go to an airline that has the place that you want to live or very, very close to living to as one of the bases. For example, I live in Baltimore. My company has a Baltimore base, so I'm okay with that. That's why I wanted to be with this company so bad. I didn't want to commute. I didn't want to do that. And it's actually very flexible for me, very easy for me. I get up, the airport is 15, 20 minutes from my house. And when I get off work, I go home. Very simple. The fifth and last con about being a flight attendant, it is going to get lonely. If you don't know how to sit with yourself, if you do not know how to be okay with your own company, this job is going to teach you. It has been times where I'm so lonely. You in a hotel lonely. And granted, you with a crew, but everybody don't like to go out. Everybody don't like to go out, have fun, party, go eat dinner. It's going to be times where you're going to be eating by yourself. It's going to be times where you by yourself in your room all the time. I know people in other states, sometimes I got friends, homegirls, that's like, yo, come on, we better go out and do something in this city. But it's not always like that in every city. So it gets lonely. And you're going to learn to be able to be okay with your own company, because it will get lonely. You're going to learn to do things on your own, explore on your own. You're going to learn to do everything on your own. You're going to become very, 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 very independent with this job. So that's kind of like a pro and a con. But for those of you who like to be around people, family oriented, it's going to get a little lonely. Okay? So that's all I got for y'all today. If y'all want to know more, drop comments at the bottom about what y'all want to know, and I will make more videos to get into more detail about being a flight attendant. All right, deuces.